Do you often find yourself wide awake in the dead of night, staring at the ceiling, especially around 3 a.m.? It's a common frustration, isn't it, that feeling of peace suddenly shattering? Your mind starting to race, and the clock relentlessly ticking towards dawn. Many people over 60 experience this unsettling pattern, often dismissing it as just part of getting older, or a simple case of insomnia. You might think it's just stress, or maybe that evening cup of tea. But what if I told you the answer to why you keep waking up at that specific hour might be much more profound, and perhaps even surprising? It's a secret your body might be trying to tell you. A subtle signal that often goes unheard, yet holds the key to reclaiming your deep, restorative sleep. This isn't just about tossing and turning. It's about understanding a critical connection between your body's internal workings and your quality of rest. In this video, we're going to dive deep into a few simple habits and overlooked signals that could be the real culprits behind those dreaded 3 a.m. awakenings. And more importantly, how you can gently guide your body back to a state of restful slumber. You're going to discover some truly actionable steps that are far simpler than you might imagine. So please, watch right to the very end, because there's something waiting for you that will truly surprise you and could change your nights forever. Let's begin our journey by looking at the first, and often most overlooked, reason you might be waking up precisely around 3 a.m. It has a lot to do with something called your blood sugar. Now, many of us think of blood sugar primarily in the context of diabetes or energy levels during the day. But its role in your nighttime sleep, especially in the early morning hours, is absolutely critical. Imagine your body like a car running on fuel. During the day, you're constantly topping up that fuel tank with meals and snacks. But overnight, your body is essentially running on fumes, relying on stored energy. If your blood sugar levels dip too low in the middle of the night, perhaps because your last meal wasn't balanced enough, or you went too long without eating before bed, your body perceives this as an emergency. It's a natural survival mechanism, kicking in because low blood sugar signals a potential threat to your brain's energy supply. When this happens, your body intelligently releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to tell your liver to release its stored sugar, called glycogen, into your bloodstream. This burst of hormones, while life-saving in a true emergency, is the last thing you want when you're trying to sleep soundly. They're designed to wake you up, to make you alert, perhaps even a little anxious, so you can go find food. This is exactly what often jolts you awake between, say, 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. You might not feel hungry in that moment, but the underlying hormonal surge is enough to pull you from a deep sleep, leaving you feeling restless and unable to drift back off. So, what's the simple, actionable step here? It's all about creating a steady blood sugar baseline, especially in the evening. Think about your dinner. Is it heavy on refined carbohydrates like white pasta, rice, or sugary sauces, but light on protein and healthy fats? A meal like that can cause your blood sugar to spike quickly and then crash just as rapidly a few hours later. Instead, aim for a balanced dinner that includes a good source of lean protein. Think chicken, fish, beans, or lentils, plenty of fiber-rich vegetables, and a healthy fat, like avocado, olive oil, or a handful of nuts. This combination helps to slow down the digestion of carbohydrates, providing a more gradual and sustained release of glucose into your bloodstream. It's like switching from a quick-burning kindling to a long-burning log in your internal fire. And what about those late-night snacks? If you absolutely need something before bed, avoid anything sugary or overly processed. A small handful of almonds, a tablespoon of nut butter on a rice cake, or a hard-boiled egg can be fantastic choices. These provide protein and healthy fats that will keep your blood sugar stable throughout the night, preventing that midnight dip. Remember, the goal isn't to starve yourself, but to fuel your body intelligently so it doesn't have to trigger a panic response in the wee hours. Consistency is key here. Making these small adjustments to your evening eating habits might just be the quiet revolution your sleep needs. Now that we've explored the surprisingly significant impact of blood sugar on your nighttime awakenings, let's consider another vital aspect that often goes unnoticed in our pursuit of uninterrupted sleep: the delicate balance of hydration and electrolytes. Our bodies are magnificent machines, but they rely on precise internal conditions to function optimally, and that includes deep, restorative sleep. Many people over 60 might find themselves waking up with a dry mouth, feeling parched, or even needing to make a trip to the bathroom. While an obvious need to urinate can certainly wake you, sometimes the underlying cause isn't just a full bladder, but a subtle imbalance in your body's fluid and electrolyte levels. Dehydration, even a mild case, can put stress on your system. When you're not adequately hydrated, your blood volume can decrease, which means your heart has to work a little harder to pump blood around. This increased effort can cause a slight rise in heart rate and even blood pressure. Subtle changes that can be enough to pull you out of a deep sleep. Beyond just water, it's the electrolytes, minerals like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium that are crucial for proper nerve and muscle function, including the muscles that help you relax and the nerves that regulate your sleep-wake cycle. If these are out of balance, especially if you're low on magnesium, which is a natural muscle relaxant and calming mineral, you might find yourself feeling restless, experiencing leg cramps, or simply unable to fall back asleep after an early morning awakening. Many of us are simply not getting enough of these essential minerals from our diets, especially as we age, and our digestive systems might not absorb nutrients as efficiently. So, how can you address this? First and foremost, focus on consistent hydration throughout the day. Don't wait until you're thirsty to drink water. By then, you're already a bit behind. Aim to sip water steadily from the moment you wake up until a couple of hours before bedtime. This allows your body to absorb and utilize the fluid properly, reducing the likelihood of needing to rush to the bathroom in the middle of the night. A good rule of thumb is to check the color of your urine. It should be a pale straw yellow, not dark. Now, for the electrolyte part. This is where it gets interesting. Instead of just plain water, consider adding a pinch of good quality sea salt to your water throughout the day. Sea salt provides a spectrum of minerals, not just sodium, and can help your body retain water more effectively, keeping you better hydrated at a cellular level. You might also consider incorporating more electrolyte-rich foods into your diet. Think bananas for potassium, leafy greens and nuts for magnesium, and dairy products or fortified plant milks for calcium. If you find yourself consistently struggling, a high-quality electrolyte supplement, especially one focused on balanced minerals and without added sugars, could be a game changer. Just be mindful of when you take it. Too much fluid right before bed can still be counterproductive. A practical tip: try to finish most of your substantial fluid intake by about 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to sleep. This gives your body time to process the fluids and for your bladder to empty before you settle down for the night. This thoughtful approach to hydration and mineral balance can often be the missing piece in the puzzle of those perplexing 3 a.m. awakenings. Creating a more stable internal environment that supports continuous sleep. With our discussion on hydration and electrolytes complete, let's now turn our attention to another powerful force that silently dictates our sleep quality, often causing those disruptive early morning awakenings: the pervasive impact of stress and the body's primary stress hormone, cortisol. In our modern lives, stress is virtually unavoidable, whether it's financial worries, family concerns, health anxieties, or even just the daily grind. Our bodies are constantly responding to perceived threats. While acute stress is a natural survival mechanism, chronic, low-level stress can become a constant hum in the background, subtly disrupting our delicate hormonal balance. Your adrenal glands, small glands sitting atop your kidneys, are responsible for releasing cortisol, often called the fight or flight hormone. Cortisol is designed to wake you up, sharpen your senses, and prepare you for action. It's naturally higher in the morning to help you get out of bed, and it should gradually decline throughout the day, reaching its lowest point in the evening, allowing you to relax and fall asleep. However, if you're experiencing chronic stress, your cortisol levels might not drop sufficiently in the evening, making it hard to fall asleep in the first place. But more insidiously, a less obvious pattern can emerge. Your cortisol can have a rebound spike in the early hours of the morning, often between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. This is often linked to an overly sensitive stress response system. Even a small internal or external trigger, a subtle drop in blood sugar as we discussed earlier, a tiny noise, or even just your body anticipating the morning, can trigger an exaggerated cortisol release, jerking you awake. Your mind might immediately race, rehashing worries, planning the next day, or just feeling a vague sense of unease. It's your body's alarm system going off prematurely, mistaking internal cues for an urgent need to be alert. So, the strategy here is not just about reducing stress, which is often easier said than done, but about training your body to have a calmer, more regulated stress response, especially as evening approaches. One of the most effective habits you can cultivate is a consistent and calming evening wind-down routine. This isn't just about dimming the lights. It's about actively signaling to your body that it's safe to relax and prepare for rest. Start by putting away screens, phones, tablets, computers, and even television, at least an hour, or ideally 2, before you plan to sleep. The blue light emitted from these devices can suppress melatonin production, which is your natural sleep hormone. Instead, replace screen time with activities that promote relaxation. Reading a physical book, listening to calming music or a gentle podcast, doing some light stretching or gentle yoga, or even spending a few minutes in mindful meditation can work wonders. Mindfulness doesn't have to be complicated. Simply focusing on your breath for 5 to 10 minutes, observing your thoughts without judgment, can help to quiet a racing mind. Another powerful tool is journaling. Before bed, take a few minutes to jot down any worries, to-do lists, or lingering thoughts that are buzzing in your head. Getting them out onto paper can often prevent them from swirling endlessly in your mind once your head hits the pillow. It's like mentally decluttering before bed. Consider incorporating something warm and comforting into your routine, like a warm bath or a gentle herbal tea, such as chamomile or valerian root, known for their calming properties. The warmth helps to relax your muscles and signal to your body that it's time to unwind. Remember, consistency is key. Your body thrives on routine. By consistently implementing these calming practices each evening, you are gradually retraining your adrenal glands to recognize that the evening hours are for rest, not for revving up. This helps to lower that evening cortisol level and prevent those abrupt early morning surges, allowing you to sleep more deeply and wake up feeling refreshed rather than wired. This gentle but powerful re-education of your stress response can truly be a transformative habit for your sleep. Now, let's bring all of these threads together. We've talked about the surprising impact of blood sugar stability, the critical role of proper hydration and balanced electrolytes, and the often underestimated influence of stress and cortisol on those perplexing 3 a.m. awakenings. It's truly amazing how interconnected our bodily systems are, isn't it? When one system is out of balance, it can send ripples throughout the others, especially our sleep patterns. Remember how a dip in blood sugar can trigger a stress hormone release, and how chronic stress can keep your cortisol elevated, making you prone to waking up. It's all part of the same intricate dance your body performs every single day and night. The good news is that by making conscious, gentle adjustments in these areas, you empower your body to regain its natural rhythm and achieve the deep, uninterrupted sleep you deserve. So, let's just gently recap these actionable steps. For blood sugar, remember to build balanced meals, especially dinner, prioritizing protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich vegetables. If you need a snack before bed, make it something small and protein-rich, like a handful of nuts or seeds, to keep those glucose levels steady throughout the night. No more roller coasters. For hydration and electrolytes, focus on sipping water consistently throughout the day, aiming for that pale straw yellow urine. And don't forget the power of good quality sea salt in your water or electrolyte-rich foods to keep your minerals balanced, supporting nerve and muscle function, and preventing those subtle internal signals that can wake you up. Just make sure to taper off your significant fluid intake a couple of hours before bedtime. And finally, for stress and cortisol, embrace a mindful evening wind-down routine. Put away the screens, pick up a book, listen to calming music, or practice some gentle breathing exercises. Journaling those swirling thoughts can be incredibly effective in clearing your mind. These aren't just feel-good activities. They are powerful biological signals to your body that it's safe to lower its guard and enter into restorative sleep. The true beauty of these habits is that they don't require drastic, sudden changes. They are small, cumulative steps that, over time, build a robust foundation for your overall well-being, not just your sleep. You might start by just adjusting your dinner slightly, or adding 5 minutes of quiet time before bed. Every little effort counts, and every consistent effort adds up to significant improvements. It's about listening to your body, understanding its subtle language, and then responding with the care and nourishment it truly needs. You have the power to influence your sleep more than you might realize. This isn't just about getting more hours. It's about getting quality sleep that allows your body and mind to truly repair, rejuvenate, and restore themselves. Imagine waking up naturally, feeling genuinely refreshed and energized, rather than jolted awake by an internal alarm clock. That feeling is priceless, and it's entirely within your reach. Please, share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have you tried any of these strategies? What has helped you sleep better? Your insights could be incredibly valuable to someone else who's struggling. We're all in this together, learning and growing. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more people who could benefit from this information. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical, easy-to-understand advice on how to live your healthiest, happiest life at every age. Remember, every day is an opportunity to make choices that enhance your well-being. You deserve deep, restful sleep and a life full of vitality. Live your best life at every age.